Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
I like it.
I think we should do it.
Well done, Ollie.
Thank you, sir.
No.
What's
Why
that
don't you
from?
get
One of
it?
your
It's a
old
Laurel.
shows?
It's
You're
a
like
Laurel
almost
and
50.
Hardy.
How would I even know?
It's a Laurel and Hardy episode. That's all.
Laurel and Hardy. Is this like a detective
Did you
show?
ever see the Laurel and Hardy movie with?
No.
You're disappointed. Just when I think I can't be like more
Am I,
disappointed
or
in
do you
you.
date yourself when you say stuff like
you're
that?
just disappointed.
Run stuff by me next time. Well, sometimes you just need to pick your battles, I think. You're never going to find somebody that's absolutely perfect when you're in the dating world, but this girl feels like she's lining it up to find the perfect guy. She has many rules.
Okay, so my rules as a girlfriend. Partying. Immediately no. I wouldn't care if you were to go out with your friends. Like, you just have to keep me updated. Like, oh, like, I'm going to McDonald's. Like, I'm at McDonald's. Or, like, you know, I'm doing this. You cannot have any friends that are girls. Like, I'm sorry. Like, no. Especially if that's your ex. Oh, my gosh, no. I don't really care for passwords because you're not having any social media. Location, I have to have that. Like, your location has to be on 24/7. Like, but if you're, like, and it has to be on Snap, too, because I'm going to know.
That's like, that sounds healthy. Sounds like a healthy relationship. Good rules to follow.
Do you know how hot you have to be able to lay down those kind of rules for a fella?
Yeah, I feel like she needs to hang out with a book or two. I don't know. If you're going to go into a relationship with that many rules, I don't know how many guys, suitors are going to be lining up. But if there's one rule, if you were to start dating right now, what would it be? Like, somebody has to follow this rule. What is it? I would say laugh at all my jokes. Let's get in my good graces, laugh at all my jokes. They're all pretty funny anyway, you know, so it's not like you're going to have to pick and choose.
It starts with oral hygiene.
Yeah.
I think that defines a person's character for me. Like, and I get it. No, and listen, trust me, I was not born with great genetics when it came to teeth, but luckily my parents put me through the braces for 5 years.
Yeah.
If you can't at least take care of your choppers, then, man, no.
I enjoy a good tongue scrub. Don't you?
Yeah,
getting way back
it's
there.
Very healthy. Yeah. Thanks.
I enjoy it. Anyway, if there's one rule that if you started dating today and, you know, you had to throw it out there to somebody that's possibly going to date you, what is it? Go ahead and text it because that is what's trending.
Let's begin now.
All right, let's get after it. Monday, the day after Mother's Day. Give me a quick synopsis of how great your Mother's Day was, Kat.
It was, okay, so bittersweet. It was great that I got to see in person all of the women that I love, my family, but it just like felt like such a chore, like to be on the road all day. You know what I mean? It was like nobody else had to drive.
No, what's that like? I drove home from Wisconsin.
That was your choice. You did baseball, all that stuff.
It wasn't your choice to go see these people?
I did not want. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't mind it, but my sister Emma threw her back out Friday night, doing nothing. Just threw it out.
Such old people problem.
And so I meet my mom for Caribou. We exchange gifts. My dad shows up. We have a nice breakfast. Liam, Derek's there. And then I'm like, let's go over and see if Emma needs any help. So we get there and I go upstairs to her room and she smells so bad. And I'm like, Emily, how long have you been down? Like, you would think a month of living in her feces or something. It was so stinky. So she gets up naked, like can barely get to the shower. I turn the shower on for her. She looks like an alien because she's so skinny, but she's just like, and I go, Emily, flash forward like 50 years from now. This is going to be us in our 80s. I'm going to be helping you to the shower. She's like, and like making all these sounds. So I'm like, Derek, come up here. Let's change her bedding. So we changed her bedding so she doesn't stink anymore. And I walk in and she can't walk down the stairs. So my nephew's going rogue and he was eating this blonde brownie for breakfast.
Oh, and he's not supposed to have sugar.
It was the size of their house. And he was just like in heaven.
He knew mom was debilitated.
Yeah,
so
popsicle wrappers everywhere. I go, Clark, can I make you a good breakfast? He's like, no, I got it. I got it. Just like face covered in brownie. Went and did 3-on-3. But Bieber was amazing.
Yeah, good show.
He was awesome. And Eddie Benjamin opened. And nobody knew who he was until he sang Weatherman.
Oh, right.
And so it was such a great show. And I felt like I was maybe at like a youth church retreat because now he's found God. And so like everything was about God.
Was it really?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like pushy, but everything was about God.
Were you old lady at the show?
No, I was pretty fly. There were a lot of people that were sitting down, but I made Liam, and he like is a rule follower. I go, let's move up. He goes, what do you mean? I go, I see some seats up there. Let's go. And we already had pretty good seats. And I'm like, let's go. He goes, no, we're going to get caught. I go, get up. We're going. And got closer, and it was cool.
Right.
So, yeah.
Good show?
Yeah, it was really good.
Hope you had a great Mother's Day. We had to give my wife her Mother's Day gift at 7 o'clock last night because that's when we got home from Wisconsin.
What? And you got her a necklace?
I got her a diamond cross necklace that I think she really likes. So at least she pretended really well. And then the kids got her cake and flowers. So when we got home from Wisconsin, that was the drill.
Nice. So, finished Ozark, by the way.
Yeah, I told you.
I think they're done.
I told you.
It ended on a note where it's got to be done.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe they killed Ruth.
You know, I have a giant fear of a thief sliding under my truck to steal my catalytic converter and then, changing the oil while they're there.
So it's like a Sour Patch Kid.
This is
like first they're sour and then they're sweet. You change your oil.
You got to hear this. So there's this guy in Texas, a little town just east of Houston. He snuck onto a property last month and stole their lawnmower, one of those push lawnmowers. Mm-hmm. But before he took it, he decided to take it for a spin.
Okay.
So the security footage catches this guy. He fills the lawnmower with gas. Then he starts mowing the backyard. And thinking, well, that's not quite enough yet. He went to the front yard and mowed that too.
Okay.
Then he left with the lawnmower. Police caught up with him. So he chucked the lawnmower and outran the police.
Oh, man.
He's still on the run. Now, it's unclear why he mowed the lawn. Maybe he had like OCD and he couldn't leave without tidying up the yard. It is worth pointing out that it was April 1st when this happened. Although there's no indication or notes left saying April Fools.
Yeah.
To be clear, he did not receive any kind of pre-compensation from the homeowner. He was not hired to mow the lawn and then forgot about it till that night.
Just a total stranger that wanted to see them lines.
It was dark out when he stole the lawnmower, so they don't have a great description of him other than the fact that as the cops went looking for him, they saw a man in an alleyway with a push lawnmower.
Yeah.
And when he noticed the cops were onto him, he abandoned the lawnmower, took off on foot. And that was April 1st, and the cops have not caught this guy yet.
Maybe he did it to make himself feel better. Like, listen, I'm going to take this, but I'm going to do them a quick favor and mow their lawn.
So
how did they not wake up, by the way?
It's a thief with a conscience. He wasn't there. There was nobody there. The police were gone. Or the homeowners were gone.
Okay.
The guy sneaks into the backyard, decides, I'm going to steal this lawnmower, but first I need to fuel it up. And I bet you those lines were spot on perfect, too.
You know, after all the years that I've been doing weird news, sometimes I used to do it twice a day. Like, nothing surprises me anymore. So
I think the best part of this, though, is the guy outran the cops after he ditched a walking lawnmower several miles away from the crime scene.
They're not going to catch him. It's a perfect crime.
You know what it is? It's like Ice Cube said, you ain't going to catch no crackhead.
Nope. You
got to expect that there's some kind of drugs involved in the fact that you mow the lawn and then steal the lawnmower.
But he does have a future in lawn maintenance.
You're right. Once he gets out, that boy will clean you up.
Why not?
So weird.
Weird stuff.
Everybody called me weird. I am weird.
You don't think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird at all.
Weird news.
I don't know about you. Before I go on vacation, like, I need my house spotless because when you come back, you don't want to deal with a messy house. You want to just come back and relax. This couple in California go on a vacation, have a great time, and then they come home to a house full of birds.
As we pulled up, we were thinking, well, 20 birds or so is no big deal. We opened the door, and it was like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. There were birds flying everywhere. I mean, it was crazy. We were ducking and dodging. I was grabbing handful of birds. I grabbed maybe 3 of them, or 3 or so.
How does this happen? They get in the chimney, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, the chimney, is it a flue? Am I saying it right? The flue open. They left it open, and so there was just a direct channel.
How does
right
that work
in.
then? Do the birds just give out some kind of a warning signal to all the other birds, like, hey, these guys are gone, we're party up in here?
Yeah, send out the email, let's go. Let's
hang a balloon on the mailbox.
Can you imagine how much crap was inside that house?
You'd have to leave. You'd have to have somebody come in and just spray it down.
Yeah, professionally. Oh my God, I can't imagine. That is what's weird. Talking decision day. This is fun. I remember though, I was at my graduation party. My mom rented out a room at Buca. And so we were doing family style food, and we had some of my dad's sisters there. And my Aunt Mary Ellen made me stand on a chair so they could all look up at me, the next generation, to make them proud. And someone across the way yells, "Hey, where are you going to school?" And I said, "Brown."
They were like, wow, impressive. What an
East
Ivy
Coast.
League legendary school. And you said?
Incredible. And then my aunt goes, "No, the one in Mendota Heights.
The broadcast school."
They were like, "Oh, yeah, more breadsticks over here, please." They could care less. But it was a big deal to me. It was a good stepping stone. Wouldn't be here without it.
They're going to grab that diploma and move on to the next stage of their life.
Yeah.
Are you doing decision day with them?
Everyone is on Facebook right now, and I love it. I love scrolling through. It's like the first day of school with the chalkboard type of feed right now. Everybody is sharing where their child is going to school, for college. They're wearing their swag. So this is an opportunity for you to shout your kid out.
At my high school, this wasn't a thing. Like nobody
really.
No. It's like when you decided what you were going to do, you just kind of said it to your friends. And the word got out, and then I think they put something in the yearbook too. What you were going to do.
Yep.
You know, you're going to do whatever.
I think that's cool.
I think it's a very cool thing too. Like again, my daughter's graduating this year, and she didn't mention that they were doing anything. I don't think her friends are doing anything. I don't know what's going on with that, but I wanted to bring Melissa on the show because when we mentioned this, I got your tone was that you were a little bit like not a fan of Decision Day. Is that what I'm getting here?
Everybody in the neighborhood is super excited that their kids got into these big, wonderful, well-known, really established four-year schools.
Sure.
My kid, he's decided to do community college.
Oh, that's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all. He's just getting an education. That's good.
I feel like he should be embarrassed about it. Like,
Melissa.
All these kids are getting, the Harvard shirts and the Yale Kale shirts or whatever. And my kid plans on wearing all the community college stuff. Like, you should be ashamed. Like, you didn't do what you were supposed to do in the 4 years. And now we're in a predicament. And I do not need the entire neighborhood being aware that my kid just is lackluster and lacked effort.
Well,
I don't know.
How many kids at his school are actually going to Yale?
Or Harvard,
I don't know
right.
about that, but I mean, a 4-year college, that's a personal choice. A community college, you're in and you're out and you're on to your trade or your profession. Like, I can't believe you're saying this. This is not nice.
So is it safe to assume that you, your husband, or whoever was, kind of molding him along these high school years, you were thinking the whole time 4-year college?
Yes. All of us have attended 4-year college. He knew. As a kid, we've been giving him college shirts from where we went.
Oh.
Like, this was supposed to be a big life moment.
Wow.
And instead, I'm completely embarrassed and ashamed. Who goes to a community college?
Wow.
Like people who just don't try, I guess.
Okay, All right. Thank you for calling.
Kaylin, I agree.
Thank you. We're good here.
Wow.
We're good here.
She says, what a nasty mom. I feel bad for her son. Right away, I had to just not say what I wanted to say.
I don't like hanging up on people very often, but that was pretty pathetic. Sarah, what's good?
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wanting to talk about the mom that just called you guys about her son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just talk about how great community college is. Like, how many kids go to 4-year schools, right? And they party the first 2 years anyways, spending all this obnoxious money.
Yeah.
When they're not even getting an education to begin with.
Listen, you don't have to sit here and try to convince us. I mean, We've always said, listen, if you are in a trade and you know what you're good at and you can get in and get out and get on with life, like, why wouldn't you do that?
I think a prefabricated thought of that I have to go to a 4-year school is pretty silly. I mean, you should decide at, 16, 17, like, what do you like? What's your passion? And then, hey, if you can get out in 2 years or 18 months and get into an industry that you're going to dig, well, then good for you. But if it takes 4 years and then grad school and, medical school, then that's the price you pay, right?
Right. And why not go get your generals at a community college where you're only paying a quarter of the price instead of going into crazy debt?
Yeah.
Man, that mom just pissed me right off.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy about that. That didn't go the way I was hoping it would. So
no. So thank you guys for sticking up for like blue collar and community college.
Well, it's hard because Kat is so bougie. It's really hard for her to lower herself to this. So I think it's you got to applaud her a little bit more than me today. No time to Google. Thanks to Sylvan Learning Center of St. Cloud. Dustin is caller number 10. What's going on today, brother? What are you up to?
Not much. Just kind of driving around town. I just got done with a job interview.
Are you trying to buy drugs right now?
I can't disclose that information.
What was the job for? What was the interview for?
It was just at the Residence Inn at Marriott, just like a housekeeping part-time job.
Right on, man. Well, hey,
you're going to get so many phone chargers.
Here we go with no time to Google. The year you picked, by the way, if you need a lifeline, Dustin, is going to be
2012.
Okay, so I have a very, very popular song from 2012. It's going to be hard to believe that was 10 years ago, queued up for you. So use it if you need it. The game is simple. You'll get a question. You have no time to Google the right answer. You only get 5 seconds to give it to us. And if you do, you move on to the next one. Get 3 right, you win the $100. Get 2 right and use your lifeline correctly, and you still get $100. You ready to rock?
Yep.
Good luck, young man. Question number 1 is always going to be the easiest, but please bear in mind, there is no time to Google.
What colors are the spots on a common ladybug? So they're red with what colored spots?
Black.
Okay.
That is correct. That's exactly right. You're right.
You're totally right.
All right, on to question number 2. Good luck, Dustin. There is no time to Google.
How many legs does a lobster have?
6.
That's actually not right.
No. What is it?
What do you think?
I would have said 8.
It's actually 10.
Wow.
10 delicious legs.
We're all so dumb. Shane, what's good, man? Here to spread some positive messages for us?
Yeah, so positive vibes only, all 2020, all 2022, all 2021, all that. And one thing I want to say is right after high school, I didn't really know where I was going. I was going to go to college, but then I ended up not going to college, and my family was just getting on to me like, hey, what are you doing, And I was just like kind of trying to find where I was going, and I ended up finding real estate. And now I'm a real estate agent. And so basically, it doesn't always have to be right after high school where you find where you're going to go. You can just take a gap year, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you can even go to college when you're 25. You don't have to go right after high school.
Right.
And if there is a degree that you need to get, you can always get that. And we only have time, So just
we only have time.
Positively. Exactly.
Yep.
So if we use it to spread good vibes, then everything will work out. So that's all I just really wanted to say.
I agree with you.
We don't have to really worry. So, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Shane, how's the real estate
word spoken.
How's the real estate business treating you right now? You guys are crazy busy, aren't you?
Yeah, you know what? I just got my license like 2 weeks ago, so I haven't really started selling houses yet. But I'm going to get out in the field pretty soon here. I'm with Keller Williams, and, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to sell some houses and do that.
I think with that positive attitude, for sure it will happen. But you want a little a hack to sell a house. If you want to sell a house, you make snickerdoodle cookies before people.
I bet he's got everybody telling you what to do, don't you? You've got 100 people in your ear going, "Here's the best way to do this," don't you?
No, right? No. Yeah. I mean, I think I've got it. I've been studying for about a year, and so I know a lot about real estate and the laws and whatnot.
Don't go into it with that attitude, though.
Shane,
they're not going to like that attitude. You got to go into it, but teach me, Sensei. That's what you want to.
Dude, listen, I'm going to tell you the biggest secret, and I learned this from my guy Corey, who has sold us all our properties. If you want to do one thing and one thing to really, really, really get the attention of somebody in real estate, you got to wear tight pants.
No, don't do that.
Tight pants?
Tight pants. Tight pants sells houses, man. You should take a billboard. It's your face. Shane, the tight pants guy, will sell your house.
We have a billboard going right now. We'll share half of it with you if you wear tight
where's
pants.
the billboard?
Well,
Our billboards are all over. We're famous.
Listen, you should see my tight pants on that billboard. It's like I'm smuggling grapes.
All right, we got to go.
Sounds good. All right.
Thanks,
Have a nice night.
Yeah,
Good luck.
And a good
It's
day,
a day.
too. Oh, my
It's morning.
What was your favorite part about Mother's Day yesterday, Kat?
It was seeing all my family members. It really was. All the important women in my life. Didn't get to see Grandma Ellie, but probably planning a lunch here pretty soon. But it was helping my sister out a little bit. So my sister's a single mom and kind of rocking it. You know, she bought her own house and her kid goes to a great school and he's happy and he's healthy. And just to help her out a little bit because single moms tend to not ask for help. And she's a pretty strong gal, you know, so to sit there and make her bed for her and clean up her house a little bit because she threw her back out. And so, I don't know, it just felt like an older sister type of thing. And then I go over to my younger brother and he's feeding his baby and she's healthy and happy. And I don't know, it was a good, fulfilling day. I liked it.
One of the cool things that we did this year, and I was happy that so many people participated, we called the Hot Mess Photo Contest. And what we were looking for is for you to take the filters off and for you to expose the hot mess of a mom you really are. The reward is an amazing spa day, full massage, mani-pedi, haircut, and color. So we had all these women, hundreds of women, submit pictures of them at their very worst.
And I just want to say hats off because if you follow me on social media, filters are my best friend.
You would never find Kat doing this.
Never. I think I did it and I made a big deal about it because I actually looked pretty good. And then I was like, never again, because there's a lot of prep that goes into it. But just to show the world how you look probably 5 out of the 7 days a week because you got a lot going on.
It was some pretty honest stuff.
Yeah.
So all the votes have been tabulated, and you, the voting public, have decided that one lucky mom deserves all of this. I'd like to call her right now, so hang on. By the way, if you entered, you should be answering your phone. Please.
Hello.
Natasha!
Yes.
It's Kat and JJ over at KCLD. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Are you okay? Did we catch you at a bad time?
Are you like momming it up?
I am. I'm feeding the twins.
Remember when you sent us a picture for the Hot Mess Photo Contest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, you got the most votes. You got the win!
How cool is that?
Who would have thunk that you send in a picture where you couldn't look worse?
Yeah, for people that can't see your picture, can you describe it a little bit? What color would you call those leggings, do you think? Is that a plum?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
And how many times a day do you find food in your hair? Like often?
Oh, probably all day long.
Yeah.
In your picture, I see these 2 little babies. What are their names?
That would be Liam and Tucker.
Liam and Tucker, and you sitting in the recliner with your phone looking uncharged, surrounded by, it looks like Liam and Tucker's destruction.
You know, you can never play the name game with Tucker, by the way.
Well,
Didn't think about that one.
Natasha, it's our pleasure to be able to hook you up, and we appreciate your transparency and sending in a picture for the Hot Mess Photo Contest. We're going to hook you up with a full spa day. You get a haircut and color, you get mani-pedi, and a full body massage because you obviously deserve it. So happy, tardy Mother's Day, Natasha.
Oh, thank you so much.
Radio Paparazzi.
All right, so Pete Davidson, he has his Netflix special, and they were filming for it. And he, you know what? I think he looks very good on stage. He looked handsome, and of course, had to work in some Kanye jokes.
Does anybody else secretly hope that like Kanye pulls like a Mrs. Doubtfire? I come home one day and they're like, "This is the new housekeeper," and he's like, "What's up, man?"
Did you hear what he said? I come home one day.
Yeah.
Like he's
That's
doing
my
it.
home.
He knows
I've moved
what
in,
he's
son.
doing. Yep. U2's Bono and The Edge, they tweeted that they actually flew to the Ukraine and they went to a bomb shelter and performed for the people that were down there for 40 minutes an acoustic set. Oh, amazing.
I can only assume the acoustics in a bomb shelter would make for an interesting concert.
Well, it's just like singing in the shower or the bathroom. I think it would actually be better. All right, so this comedian is talking about how he was in like the VIP pits right there in front of the stage at the Chappelle show. And he said he remembers the moment that the guy that attacked Chappelle jumped the barricade and he tried to warn people.
The assailant actually slid in right next to me and walked towards the stage. I tried to alert the security, but they kind of dismissed me like they weren't paying attention. And thankfully for Chappelle's security, because those boys were on it. Within 30 seconds of that, and there was a lot going on. To be fair to the security, there was a lot going on. But within 30 seconds of that, this guy got on stage and ran. Like he jumped on stage and ran towards Chappelle.
Could have been much worse for sure. Blowing out their candles today, if you remember her from the Hells, like I do. Adriana Patridge is 37, Rosario Dawson is 43, and Billy Joel is 73 today.
Name that restaurant.
Okay.
All right. So, actually, let's flip it around. I think it'll be more fun if you have to name the television show. So I'll name the restaurant, and then you have to name the television show. For instance, if I said The Max.
That would be Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, you'd be right. All right. Now, that's going to be probably the easiest one. I'm going to throw some more at you, and we're going to see whether or not you can figure these out because you probably watch more television than anybody I know.
That might be true.
Can I take you back to the 70s and the 80s? The Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle is...
Don't look them up.
I'm not. Is it Happy Days?
Three's Company.
Oh, who watched that? Okay.
You just talked about it the other day when you were talking about how hot, what's her name was?
Well, yeah.
Suzanne Summers.
Okay, go ahead.
Moe's Tavern.
Moe's Tavern would be Simpsons.
Yes, that's right. You'll get this one for sure. Peach Pit.
90210. Oh, the drama that went down there. And then Peach Pit After Dark. Don't get me started with that.
Bluth's original frozen banana stand.
That would be Arrested Development.
Nice.
Best show around.
Central Perk.
Mm-hmm. Friends.
The Krusty Krab.
SpongeBob. I'm good at this.
A little tougher one. Luke's Diner.
Luke's Diner. I don't know. What is it? Luke's Diner? What?
Gilmore Girls.
Oh, I never got into Gilmore Girls, but did you know that's where Megan McCarthy got her start? She was Suki.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. How about Luke's Diner? Oh, I just did that. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong
Gilmore Girls.
Good job. Yay! Monk's Cafe.
No idea. Monk's Cafe.
Oh, your husband is going to be so disappointed in you.
Oh, that would be Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
Monks, yeah. Monks.
Oh, okay.
It's on the window, and they mention it a couple of times, but it's not really a big thing. Not nearly as much as like Peach Pit. How about Paunch Burger?
Paunch Burger.
I'm going to be sad if you don't get this.
This would be, is it The Office?
No.
What?
Parks and Rec.
Oh, I never watched that either.
You didn't watch
like
Parks and
every now
Rec?
and then I'll watch it.
God, what an amazing show that was.
Yeah.
You know, there was supposed to be originally a crossover. So when Karen's character was appearing on Karen in The Office.
Okay.
That's, what's her name? Rashida Jones.
Okay.
Her character on the
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec, there was supposed to be a crossover. That was supposed to be Karen from The Office goes to Parks and Rec.
Oh.
But it never happened that way. How about Joe's Bar?
I don't know these. Joe's Bar. I don't know.
Grey's Anatomy.
Never watched it.
I can't believe you never watched
You and your
Grey's
wife
Anatomy.
watched it
We were
a lot.
big into that. I got two more for you.
Okay.
Pizza Planet.
I don't know.
Okay, animated?
Pizza Planet. Would it have been Ren and Stimpy?
No, this is a movie, Pizza Planet, where they go and it's a big deal because of the crane game at the Pizza Planet.
And it's animated?
Yeah, it's an animated movie, one of the greatest of all times. Think Tom Hanks.
Toy Story.
Yeah,
okay.
Toy Story.
All right, one more. Makes me feel bad that I don't know these.
Los Polos Hermanos.
Los Pollos.
Pollos, sorry.
God, gringo. I don't know.
You're going to correct me and then not know it.
Well, I know my Spanish. I just
Los
don't
Pollos Hermanos.
What?
Think your favorite drug.
Meth.
Yes, so it would be?
Oh my God, you watched it. I never watched it.
Everybody watched this 100 times. So disappointing.
I don't know. What is it?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Now I want Mexican food.
Oh, I think you hit, that was actually chicken. You hit about 500 today. The big question is, can we give away all this money right now? Hopefully to Emily, who's calling number 10.
All right, Emily, what are you up to right now?
I just woke up.
Okay, so you're in bed. You're somewhere safe in case you freak out from winning? Okay. I hope so.
Now, did you actually sit up? Are you still just laying there in your jammies, ready to win our money?
No, I'm pacing around the living room right now.
Right.
Okay.
And what do you do with $4,300 in a couple seconds if you win?
Pay ahead on my bills and just get caught up on stuff.
I like
Maybe
that.
pay off some debts.
Now, how long do you think you've known this secret sound?
Hopefully since Friday, whenever I called on Friday. He told me that my answer was very good.
Okay.
So.
And you heard the epic meltdown on Derek's show Friday, and there's really no coming back from something like that. He not only lost his mind on the radio, but he also injured himself, and so we don't know if he'll ever even come back. So with that said,
Right, no, I heard that.
Before the company gets sued, let's try and give you this money. I'm going to play the secret sound one more time, pacing Emily. Listen closely to this. This can't be... Is this really... Oh, there it is. I was like, the mouse doesn't work. Here is your secret sound. Listen to it maybe one last time that the world will hear this. Emily, for $4,300. What's the secret sound?
Is it like a happy noise? My guess was it sounded like my dog when I give her like butt scratches. It's like her like happy grunty noise.
Butt scratches are always nice.
Your dog likes the butt scratch, huh?
Yes, she loves them. She lives for butt scratches.
Not the belly, but the butt.
Or the belly. I mean, hey, whatever works in this situation.
Yeah. I'll take both.
Emily, pacing furiously in her living room, trying to pay off some bills, believes that this gentleman is a happy dog. Is that guess worth $4,300 from St. Cloud Toyota and KCLD? Oh, Emily. Yes!
Emily!
That's it, girl!
You are paying off your debt, girlfriend.
Shut up.
That's it! You got it!
Are you okay?
That's it! You got $4,300!
Are you okay?
Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys, this is literally life-changing. You have no idea.
That is amazing. I love when that happens. JJ looks like he's going to cry right now. He has tears in his eyes.
When we get people that get emotional, I get emotional too, because I'm like, I can't imagine winning this kind of money. I think the most I've ever luck won is probably $100 on a scratcher.
But we've all been there where it's like a little bit of money will really help my mind just ease. And now you're gonna have a good time making sure all that is handled. Good job.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
I'm going to let you hang on for a second. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to let you collect yourself. We're going to get all your details. And then we're going to put $4,300 on the line of one of those big-ass novelty checks. And we're going to make sure that you get to carry it around, put it in your back window for a month or something like that, okay?
Oh, I will be. I'm hanging it from the balcony.
Oh, good.
Emily, hang on. We got a winner for the secret sound, guys. Her name is Emily, and she's got $4,300.
Radio Paparazzi.
So last week, Instagram user Cedric Bowden got into it with Drake. So he had posted an insult saying that Drake uses ghostwriters for his raps. And then Drake's like, okay, I'm going to follow your girl. And so he found his wife, Tony, on Instagram, DM'd her and said, I'm here for you, ma. And now Cedric is speaking
I'm
out.
a fan of Meek Mill, so when Meek said it, I truly believed it. But for one, I honestly didn't think that comment would go anywhere. Once it did, it was just like, oh, crap, what did I do? So here we are now, though.
I have so much fun in my life ever since I married this man. And no.
That's right. I'm actually one of Drake's biggest fans. That's the crazy thing. Like, and this is so hilarious to see.
So let's
but shout out to Drake, man.
That's me.
Thank you. Shout out to Drake, man.
I just love that DM. I'm here for you, Ma. Just to make her life a little bit more exciting. So
he knows what he's doing.
Yep. At the beginning of his career, Benedict Cumberbatch used the name Ben Carlton. And then he had an agent that's like, no, you have a great name.
My slightly more sensible agents went, you've got a great surname. Why are you calling yourself by your middle name? And I don't know any actors called Cumberbatch. Well, because it's just kind of like, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like a fart in a bath or something. Cumberbatch, you know.
Cumberbatch.
I love that. All right, so Tom Cruise, he saves the day yet again, this time in real life, off the big screen. He was being interviewed by an Australian reporter, and she almost fell.
Don't step backwards.
Oh, thank you.
Please do not step backwards.
It's a real-life hero saving me.
I'm just, please. I keep seeing you step backwards. I'm going, excuse me.
Is that would make a blooper reel for all.
No, we're not going to have that.
What a life where people literally laugh at everything you say and pander to your every need
They're
and
so
whim.
starstruck. They don't know what to do but make an uncomfortable laugh happen.
No. I don't know who needs to hear this, by the way. Season 5 of Cobra Kai getting set to start streaming on Netflix September 9th. Guess where I'm going to be?
Seems like
September
forever
9th.
from right now. I don't want to look past summer. It's been too long of a winter.
Oh, I just can't wait. Johnny Lawrence, yummy. Blowing out their candles today. Adriana Petridge is 37. John Corbett, who was Aiden in Sex and the City, also My Big Fat Greek Wedding, 61. And Billy Joel is 73 today. Best cities for naked gardening. I know you were just wondering that the other day. And there are the top 3: Atlanta, Orlando, and then Austin, Texas. Is the number 1 spot if you want a naked garden, which, I mean, you catch a hoe, to the wrong place. You don't want to get a seed stuck somewhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
I don't know who's out there doing that.
I love that you school is hoe in there. Well done.
I did. I always will. All right, so they had no idea, but Ryan and Catherine McWilliams, they were getting married, and they had a beautiful outdoor venue, and they were enjoying their night, but sadly, somebody walked up, stole their cash box full of cards and checks.
He's the perfect random guest who shows up late to a wedding.
He knew exactly when to come in. It was right during the ceremony when everyone was sitting and no one would be around. All of our friends and family did not tell us, which we feel so blessed about because we had no idea that it happened, and it was just the most wonderful, perfect day of our entire lives. It wasn't until the next day that we found out.
Except for everybody stealing our money. It was a great day.
What was really sad is they had a handwritten message from her grandmother that just passed away and knew she wasn't going to make it to the wedding.
No.
And this jerk took off with that and probably will never get it back. And it's just thousands of dollars
I would
gone.
think somebody that's stealing that box is not reading grandma's message. You know what I mean?
Probably
They're just
not.
grabbing cash and bouncing.
Yep.
It's Secret Sound Time with St. Cloud Toyota and 104.7 KCLD.
Morning, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir. Were you around last hour when we gave away the $4,300, and were you ultimately disappointed because you didn't win it?
Well, of course.
Yeah. Did you know it?
Yeah, but you got a call to win.
Yeah. Did you know that it was a happy dog?
I didn't know.
Okay.
No, I thought it was a penguin.
All right.
Really?
Well,
Okay.
simple enough then. Nothing really that you can feel like you lost. So here is our brand new secret sound. You're going to get the first stab at this for $1,000 with St. Cloud Toyota. So listen close. One more time because it's fresh and it's new for everybody. For $1,000, Mike. Can you tell us what the secret sound is?
Well, I can take a stab at it here quick. Okay, so I'm familiar with woodpeckers, and I know there's no pecking action going, but it sounds like there's some wing action, so I'm going to go with a woodpecker.
Okay.
Is this, gentlemen, for $1,000, a woodpecker? And did Mike just win $1,000 on the very first guess of the secret sound? Yes! Oh, my God!
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Well, you might as well double
God! That's right!
What?
I can't believe it. That's
might as well double
$1,000! God, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I'm good at most things I try.
Is bananas. I recorded this. We have a woodpecker just on the very corner of our house where some of the awning has a wood hangover.
Yeah.
And what I did the other day is I left my phone out there. I took the dog out, and the woodpecker wasn't scared of me. I was only 3-4 feet away from it. And
What is happening right now?
I can't believe we got a winner on the very first guess. And I put my phone up to it, and you can hear it in the background that this is outside. It was a woodpecker.
I got about 8 of them around in my house.
I can't believe
I
we
thought
just
that was
gave
the one
that.
I made.
Wow.
Now listening closely, I can't believe we just had back-to-back crazy money go out the door.
$1,000. You're my man, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Do we have enough money to continue?
Yeah.
No, you might as well double it.
Double it. Dude, I can't believe you rolled up and got it on the first guess. That is bananas. So, do we want to do it again next hour?
Give me another. Double or nothing.
Aren't you getting nervous?
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get your info. I'm going to cut you a check for $1,000 this morning, and then we're going to come back at 8:30. We're going to do another secret sound, okay?
Perfect.
Love it. Congratulations. That was crazy.
There are some movie theater misconceptions that we didn't know about, and I love when people take to TikTok and let us know.
Movie theater misconceptions. It's dark. They can't see what we're doing, even if they do have cameras. They're infrared, so I can see everything that you're doing, whether you just snuck in food and drinks or if you're just actually trying to get it on. You will be kicked out. I need the freshest popcorn. I need you to make me a batch right now, and if you don't, I'm not getting any. You actually don't want the popcorn that's directly out of the kettle because it's so hot. It's still this warm mush ball. It's not good. You want popcorn that has been sitting there for an hour or so, maybe.
Wow.
There you
They
go.
can see you getting it on.
They can.
Whoops.
Have you ever gotten busy at a movie theater?
During
No, you
Forrest
haven't.
Gump.
You lie.
So, my wife's going to be mad that we told this story. But we were, I think we were just dating. And we went to one of those dollar theaters. You know, they used to have those where they would just show really old movies for $1. And because neither of us had seen Forrest Gump when it first came out.
Sure.
And it was like a Sunday afternoon dollar theater thing. We were the only ones in there.
Was it because there was something on screen that excited you, or you were just
she was just next to this machismo. I mean, how do you blame a girl when you have just this beaming
Lack
chunk
of
of
options.
sexuality?
Yeah.
Right, there was nobody else in the theater. Lack of options. Friday. Not only was a technological meltdown here at the mighty Leighton Broadcasting mothership, but we now have a workers' comp case on our hands. I get the text this morning from Kat's husband who said, we need to talk about workers' comp. And I think to myself, if there's one job you could ever have in your life where you're probably not going to be filing any kind of a workers' comp claim, it would be the on-air radio host job.
Yeah.
Besides chipping your tooth on a microphone, nothing else really bad could happen while you're in here, right?
Like nothing. Well, you get shocked.
You could get shocked, you're right. There
But
are a lot
that's
of
it.
electrical components. But somehow, your husband now is going to decide to file a workers' comp claim because he has a bloody knuckle. And when he sent me the picture that he's submitting to the insurance folk here, he said, when I was running around trying to get the mouse to work and find a solution, I had a really good phone promotion promoting the secret sound. Everyone was jacked, and I was a little pumped. And he sends me a picture of his bloody stump. Can you elaborate more, Kat, on what has happened to your husband that would take him out of action like this?
That's it. That's literally the story. And it was told about 24 times this weekend.
I see the picture of the injury. Can you explain the size of the injury to folks that maybe can't see it right now?
Yeah, it's like maybe take a pen and that pen cap and then cut that pen cap in half in diameter and then cut that one more time in half.
So it's about a 1/4 inch.
It's extremely small. It's maybe like the circumference of like a nail head. There we go. Like a smaller nail head.
Think of this. You were riding your bike when you were a little kid and you fell off and you got a small scrape on the side of your hand.
Yeah.
It's half that size.
Oh my God. On top of it, he cleaned the garage and he had some like grease staining his fingers. And he was like, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to look like a real worker. And he's like, I'm not washing my hands. So
now he's got dirt inside his little baby cut.
And an injury.
And it's going to get... But he will be able to work today? Do we know if he's coming to work?
I'm not sure. I checked in with him this morning, and he said it's still up in the air. So we'll see if he can make it into work. But I did offer to show him, like, my C-section scar, and my ostomy bag scar, and, my drainage tube holes. And I'm like, listen, you want to go there? We can go there.
One thing women don't understand about men is when we get hurt just a little bit, like, you can go through all sorts of pain in your life. But showing us that you've been through more pain doesn't make it hurt less.
Showing me that you're going through what I think is probably not that much pain, you don't get my sympathy. He gets so angry at me. He's like, why aren't you offering to get me an ice pack and Advil? And I'm like, oh.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.